ready.
Oh, we are.
Please, they dropped the weather satellites on.
So he's freezing.
Yeah, they're saving up money to put
It's
windows in
recording.
next
Oh, is
year.
it?
There it goes.
Oh, yeah, it says it's recorded.
And it's
All right.
green.
Let's
It's
call this
green.
meeting to order while we have service. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
President Hawkins,
Here.
Ms. Bruni,
Here.
Etla, here, Mr. Morgan,
Present.
Mr. Pizzini, here, Ms. Worrell, absent, Ms. Wheel.
Present. We have a motion on the table to approve board minutes from 11/4/2024.
I'll move to approve the minutes from November 4th, 2024 as presented.
Second. Thank you.
Okay, motion to approve the previous meeting minutes from November 4th. Motion made by Mr. Morgan,
Yes.
seconded by Mr. Detloff.
Yes.
Ms. Bruni,
Yes.
Mr. Pizzini,
Yes.
Ms. Wheel.
Yes. Do you have any public comments tonight from our watching crowd? Is there a motion to approve bills for payment and payroll?
Yes, I move to approve bills for payment dated November 14th, 2024 from the corporate general fund. The amount is $7,498.12. Also dated November 14th from the sewer fund, $7,600. Also dated November 14th from the Fest account, $90.59. Also dated November 14th from the police donation account, $165. Also dated November 14th from the American Rescue Grant, namely the SLFRF grant, $4,911. Also moved to approve payroll ending November 9th, 2024 in the amount of $15,826.73. Ending November 13th, a stipend, $2,800.
I'll second.
Anybody have any questions?
I don't think so.
Guess not.
We just got a lot of equipment for new officers, it looks like, and we paid jobs on meals, what those other ones for, so. Mhm.
It's a little unusual to have something from that sewer fund.
Mhm.
That's the sewer fund that actually was collected from residents to pay for the septic system. We still have money in the bank and we are using it to manage stormwater drainage, which is still a legitimate use of that sewer fund. Just to add something to the information.
Thank you, sir.
I think that's it.
No questions? Okay. Motion to approve bills for payment as follows. Dated November 14th, general fund, $7,498.12. Sewer fund, $7,600 even. The Fest account, $90.59. Police donation, $165 even. And the SLFRF grant, $4,911 even. Payroll ending November 9th, $15,826.73. And stipend through November 13th in the amount of $2,800 even. Motion is made by Mr. Morgan,
Yes.
seconded by Ms. Bruni,
Yes.
Mr. Detloff,
Yes.
Mr. Pizzini,
Yes.
and Ms. Weedle.
Yes. It's 11. Department reports, clerk Scott Dillon.
Okay, I got two things. I had set out a sheet for
Oh,
the proposed meeting dates for 2025. Unless I missed something, like we are having a federal holiday celebrating the color of red or something like that coming up. I should have everything corrected, which is a change of 3 dates throughout the year, which I have put asterisks on the side of the date where it's moved from Monday to Tuesday. Just those 3 dates. If everyone would just double check it, make sure I did something wrong, and we'll bring it back if you want to adopt next meeting.
yes, sir.
Okay?
Appreciate it.
Secondly, at 5 o'clock today, ended the time to turn in petitions. Want to inform that we have one candidate that'll be on the ballot as of now. I mean, it can change with a write-in, that kind of thing can be done if they want to. But we have one on the candidate for village president. We have one on the candidate for village clerk.
Okay.
And we have 3 petitions filled out and turned in for the 4-year term for trustee. We did not have any petition turned in for a 2-year term for trustee, which means when our new village president is seated, they will need to make an appointment. And if it goes as is, we'll be needing to appoint 2 people for 2-year terms because Mr. Detloff, running for village president, will be leaving his seat as trustee, obviously.
I
So
love it.
that's kind of where we're at with that. And that election's April 1st.
Well, 2 is better than 4. So, I mean, I think Ben's up to it. I think he's got it. So thank you for the information. And is that it?
That's it.
Attorney's reports, I have nothing. Neil, I just signed a bill for the last part of the sewer storm project on Main Street. Obviously, it's done now. It doesn't look very done. It looks kind of crappy. But they will come back in the spring if what they laid down for landscaping did not take. Obviously, they'll come back in the spring and make sure we have adequate grass where we're supposed to have it. The residents have grass where they should have it. And stone back where stone should be at. So they didn't want to put it down before winter because obviously with plowing, it's just going to all get scraped away. So they did what they could for now. And then in the spring, obviously I'll have to keep on them or Ben and make sure they come back and redo the landscaping and stuff correctly. So that's for the Main Street. Yes, sir.
One question on Essen Farm, what is their plan from the walkway to the street?
It's
Right.
supposed to be grass.
Okay.
It's going to be grass, but because it's so late in the season,
Right.
same
Yeah,
thing.
it wouldn't.
Yeah,
be-
it probably wouldn't take. It looks really crappy right now. Carl just told me about a pile of blacktop I'm gonna call Neil about tomorrow and find out why we have a miscellaneous pile of blacktop. They did come out and clean up the nails that we did have a lot of issues with, but the same thing with the landscaping. They'll have to come back in the spring when it's
Right.
more feasible to do good landscaping. But as far as that, yeah, and like Carl was saying, that path is not lit, unfortunately, like the other one, because of the safe route to school path. Safe routes to school is usually during the day. So we just have the street lights. Carl did come up with a couple of suggestions so that we could light it since it does get darker sooner, but the project did not estimate to have lights in it. If that makes sense, so.
Okay.
That's what I have for that. Any other questions on projects? Ordinances and insurance, Miss Susie Weedle.
Yes, I have the first reading on ordinance number O-11-24-1. An ordinance for the levy and assessment of taxes for the current fiscal year commencing on the first day of May 2024 and ending on the 30th day of April 2025.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll second. Which we do vote on it, but we do, yeah.
No,
No,
we just hold it.
she's just advising the community. We have a first reading of that. Thank you, Miss Weedle.
And that's all I have.
Thank you. Community outreach, Mr. Ben Detloff.
Just 3 brief things. We held a veterans event, which was well attended and the veterans had a good time. We even had some visitors from Good Shepherd.
Oh, nice.
And they wanted to meet a veteran and they were very pleased. They met Schrantz, or Rich Schrantz, I'm sorry, and they were very pleased.
Yeah.
And we have a fest meeting this Wednesday, 6 p.m. at the Village Hall.
Okay.
If anybody wants to come and participate, they're more than welcome. And I spoke with,
I have a letter on it.
okay,
I
So-
just opened it, sorry.
that's all right, Maurice Willis,
Yeah.
just to explain that the date has been set for December 12th.
Yeah, they sent out a letter this time letting us know they're having a
They're
meeting.
supposed to have an agenda.
Yeah, it has, it says the Illinois Department of Transportation cordially invites us to this open house meeting, which is going to be held here December 12th from 4 to 7. The purpose of the meeting to provide an overview of the study process and schedule, to present the proposed improvement alternatives, and then to obtain public input. Interested persons may attend any time between the hours of 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. Exhibits will be on display and an audio visual presentation will be shown continuously during the meeting. Project team members will be present to discuss the project and answer questions. Individuals who cannot participate in person can watch the audio visual presentation and review exhibits shared at the meeting by accessing the project website. Access to this website is, there's a scan thingy on here, but you can go to, I'll give the information, idot.illinois.gov, and then from there, there's some other tabs you can go down to. Written comments can be submitted at the public meeting that is coming up. After the meeting, also after the meeting, comments will be received through Monday, January 2nd, 2025, and will be part of the official public meeting recording. All written correspondence regarding this project should be sent to, and then they give us an address. So it looks like it, I mean, from what it seems, you can come in and out. It's not like a 3-hour presentation. It seems like it's going to be an open house, and people will be able to ask questions and watch a video audio presentation. So I'm sure Gary can help attach that to our meeting.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Anything else?
I just told Carrie, instead of handing out a key, that I would open up and close at the end of the evening.
Okay.
I'll have the building open in plenty of time if someone wants to come and get a seat.
Okay. I think most of us are planning on attending. Yes. Yes. So,
That's all
I'm not
I
working,
have
I'll
for
be
this
there.
evening.
thank you, sir. Appreciate it. What is up on your fest meeting? I'm sorry, coming up November 20th.
What are we gonna discuss?
Yeah, what are we working on?
The committees are they're gonna present, we're doing a taste of Grand Park, so all
Wow.
restaurants that want to participate are all gonna do well, actually Steve is handling that in the alcohol. But they're all participating. He's gonna have a list of what we're gonna have and then we're determining on the price.
Okay,
And Carol Larson and Carl Lipinski are working on entertainment and reaching out for baskets and for donations and stuff.
this is
So
for cabin fever relief?
for Cabin
Okay,
Fever, which will be February 1st.
February 1st.
And then as we get closer, we'll put more advertisement out there and we're just trying to get things a little bit more set in place of where we're headed.
Awesome, cool, thank you. Buildings and Grounds Committee, Miss Brian Brady?
I have nothing.
I have nothing. I'm sorry, what? I missed Frank?
Frank, you
Oh,
missed
shit.
me.
Sorry. Oh, I missed, God, sorry, guys. I crossed off the wrong things. Streets and Alley Committee, Frank Bassini.
Okay,
bad.
talking with Steve, they ordered the salt and it was delivered. And then, they had purchased some new tarps because the old ones are all wore out.
Tarps,
and
oh,
everything. They had to, order, get new, batteries for the large dump truck
oh, okay.
because they were having issues with it.
Mhm.
They took the small dump truck in for alignment and because it had some work done on the front and the alignment shop did not align it because it still had some steering components that were loose and needed to be replaced. The estimate work to be done will be between 560 and 1350.
Okay,
Another thing is they have the local traffic signs by the dispensary. It's gonna be put up on Noga Drive in Court. I'll put that up before it opens.
okay,
And the last thing is Stephen JD will be replacing the lights on the rear/north side of our building tomorrow.
I didn't hear the last one. Oh, the light bulbs?
Yes,
Oh, gotcha,
replacing them tomorrow.
gotcha, okay. Cool, thank you, Frank. Finance Committee, Mr. Gary Morgan.
Every year we have to renew our presence in SAM, System of Award Management with the federal government. There's about 50 questions that have to be answered about basically how we do business And we have to have that filled out in order to receive any kind of grant that either Illinois State or the federal government's going to give us. In fact, that's one of the things that each of the grants that we've gotten for like Essen Farm, the multi-use path, the North Main Street, we had to have it filled out in SAM every year. One of the problems we've had is that I've tried to answer all the questions and submit it before the due date. And the due date keeps creeping earlier in the year. So this year I let it expire for 10 days before I answer. But we are fully approved. IRS has to say we're okay. The case code people have to say we're okay. There's a couple other agencies that have to say we're okay, and about half of them have said that. So there's no reason for the other people not to say we're okay. So as far as the federal government's concerned and everybody that looks at SAM, we're up to date. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir. I think that's what I just got an email about to me. Because it had said something about being expired. You know?
Yeah.
Is
He's
that
very
the same
concerned
thing?
because
Okay.
every time he submits
It comes-
data,
yeah.
asks, why is it okay in SAM and SAM isn't, because they
Okay.
work together and that's
Yeah.
what he uses. So he's always concerned.
Yeah, he sent the email and I was like, oh, I'm telling Barry.
I'd already fixed it.
I know. Was that it, sir?
That's it. That's it.
Buildings, I already talked to you. Law Enforcement Committee, Ms. Chair Morgan Worrell is absent. Carl, correct?
With the same thing, I got the same email, that I applied for some grants and they weren't up to date, so.
Yeah. Gary's got it.
Next month they got our until January, so we should be set by then.
We're good.
I got Shop with the Cop coming up December 15th.
You do that with the county or you do it on?
County. We
Okay.
do with the
Do
county.
we have any locals that are in or?
We do.
Okay.
We, last year they've changed the people who were running it and we kind of run it ourselves here as far as just, we select the kids out of our school.
Okay.
John Coletti takes care of all of it at school, so we have local kids and take them over and they go shopping and it's a great thing. So
Okay.
You go to Myers?
this year Myers again. Yeah, they get breakfast at McDonald's and then they go to Myers and shop. We've got several officers, and my officers love to do it, so they got plenty signed up.
That's a good time.
Should be a good thing. I know the Holiday Angels thing is coming up shortly. I talked to Rachel about that.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that too, yeah.
That's it.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so I have the tree lighting for the town and the foundation is going to be I think it's December 6th, right?
Yes, Friday the 6th.
Yes, Friday, December 6th. The foundation is going to provide hot chocolate. The village is going to provide other little goodies. We're gonna do the same thing we did last year at the tree right here on Main Street, right? Main Street, in the parking lot. We blocked off the parking lot last year. We had quite a few kids. We didn't really have any issues with cars or parking or danger because I was being a super hen and like keeping all them kids into the parking lot. But I thought it worked out well besides the rain. Santa came, I believe Santa is still coming this year, right? Mr. Dillman? With the fire department? Okay.
I assume
Last
so,
person I
but
talked
I
to at
don't.
the fire department did say yes.
Okay.
So, Santa should be there. I believe we're shooting for 6 PM, but I will get another, it's 6, right?
My understanding was 6, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I just want to make sure.
And hopefully we won't have lighting problems.
Right. I was talking to Mr. Morgan
It doesn't
beforehand.
rain.
We shouldn't have lighting issues. We did get new lights. I asked about that. So, any trustees that want to come out, we will be there. I know last year Ben and Carol donated, candy canes. So I'm sure something good will be with that. Hopefully we'll have my little Girl Scout buddies come back out. That'll be fun. So that is set for Friday, December 6th at 6 PM.
Maybe we can get a rain suit for our electrician,
There you go.
just in case.
That's right.
Get
You
a
know.
poncho or something?
Yeah.
No rain, please, no rain. Let's just go with that. This past weekend, the school had another decades dance. They did the 90s this year. I heard it was very successful. There was a lot of good, dressing or costumes or whatever I heard. It was very, yes, so successful. Another group of kids I would love to get a great shout out to is a new club that has started in the elementary school. The elementary school now has a club called the Super Service Club. And it is made up of boys and girls, I believe, right? Boys and girls. Their last event that they just did, they raised and donated $400 to the, Blessing Box, yes, I apologize. Blessing Box. They went on a shopping spree with their parents and a couple of their room mothers. They went to Dollar General right in town. So obviously any money they spent came back to the town, but they were very excited. There are lots of pictures I'm going to share on the Facebook page because I think it's just cute to encourage kids to help the community that they live in. Like Scott said at the one meeting, we are a community. We do help each other. We do try to do things for each other. So these 5th grade Super Service Club members are on top of my list. They are also doing, raising money by selling ornaments. They're raising money for the Grant Park, secret, or, what do we call it? Holiday helpers. They're raising money for the holiday helper tags that will be on display, at the Village Hall. We usually have a tree at Midland Bank, I believe. I think USA usually has it. I'm not sure.
I think you do too, Trax.
Trax has a holiday helpers tree. So it's just, if you don't know what it is, it's tags that families in town that are less fortunate, and maybe can't afford gifts this year, can, reach out to Rachel Malkowski. She's one of the ones that helps organize it. And you say, I have 3 kids, age 12, whatever. You fill out a little list and the tags go on the trees at the various locations. And it'll just say 12-year-old girl and what they want. And then when they return the gifts, they are unwrapped, right? I believe? Unwrapped, yeah. Rachel and them take care of wrapping them and get them to the family so that the family can have wrapped new gifts for their children, because if they're having a hard time. I'm not gonna lie, I've used it in the past when my kids were younger, and it was very helpful, because there's some years you just can't get your kids everything you need. So it's helpful and it's successful. It's been around for, I believe, 8 or 10 years. I'm not quite sure. So that's going on. Another thing is Surf Air. Miss Jennifer Alvera, the young lady that came and spoke to us about the Surf Air going in around town. She would like to do a ribbon cutting groundbreaking ceremony with the village to recognize that we have a new service coming into town. So I'll coordinate with her on that. Hopefully, it probably won't be this week because the weather is just ridiculous. It would probably be sometime next week. I'll coordinate with her and then send an email out to the trustees with a date and time. I'm not sure where she wants to do it at or where they're starting digging at. I don't have any information. So as soon as she calls me back, I will get you that. And the village received a letter from someone interested in buying some property that the village owns. I will have Carrie scan this and email it to all the trustees so they can read it and give their input if they would be interested in discussing if we are interested in selling these 38 acres, or as a board if we would keep them. It's not a one-person decision, like I said, so I will have Carrie email this or scan it, email it to all the trustees so you guys can take a look at it. And okay, I believe that's all I have.
One question, ma'am. When will the holiday helper trees be up?
I think they start December 1st.
Yeah.
I believe she starts December 1st, right after Thanksgiving. Yeah. So I believe the tags are out for, I want to say 2 weeks. People can get the shopping done, get back to Rachel Malkowski, and then get the whole thing organized. So
Thank you.
appreciate it. Anything else from anyone? No. One more ribbon cutting. I apologize. This is not anyone local. This is Jingle and Mingle. Celebrate with Kankakee County at a ribbon cutting and lunch, December 11th, 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. It says remarks and ribbon cutting at noon, RSVP to KCC. I'm not sure what this is from. This must be for the thing that we're in. The magazine for Visit Kankakee County is at the bottom. So It's at 199 Southeast Avenue in Kankakee. They're opening a new office in the historic Kankakee Depot. So they're having a ribbon cutting if any of the village trustees would like to attend that. That is on December 11th. If not, I have nothing else, I don't believe, besides that letter we just got from IDOT. That'll be a key thing. We'll just double check that one, guys. We're not doing. Okay, with that, all in favor to adjourn? Oh, do we need to go into executive session? Anyone need a motion? No, okay. I think so. All right, meeting adjourned. Have a great evening. Stay warm, dry.